Hello, my beautiful children of the stars and guardians of the earth. 12/12 is coming, and the full moon in Gemini is on the same day. So get ready, because this is going to be one of the biggest shifts for us. This is going to be one of the biggest ascension portals in the last decade. And it's leading into 2020 and what's going to happen then. So keep watching the whole video. I just had a beautiful transmission from the Pleiadian Forces of Light to tell you what's going to happen on 12/12. Those who are new, welcome. I'm Natasha, Cosmic Empress, here in Germany. I'm in a little town close to where I live in Germany, and I'm just going to give you a little roundabout like I always do. So this is real again. This is not green screen. Take a look. This is really gorgeous. Beautiful little town, the old houses. It's really charming. There's a creek right here. So I really felt inspired to do this close to the water. Look here, all the beautiful old houses. There you go. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Let's jump right in. The Pleiadian Forces of Light came through. I was just sitting in a little coffee shop contemplating, thinking about 12/12, asking my Council of 12 guides to come in, and boom, the Pleiadians came in so strongly. And I was actually sitting there like vibrating. I was drinking my Earl Grey tea and I was going zzz, and the tears were streaming down because I felt such a sense of connection and truth. And the message that came through was so beautiful. So let's get started right away. Why the Pleiadian Forces of Light? If you think about it, the Pleiadians really stand for transformation, change. The Pleiadians are here to help us. And a lot of you resonate with Pleiadian energies. I know that up there we truly have a lot of Pleiadian souls that are helping us. The galactic forces of light are there. We've talked about this many times. We have the Arcturians, we have the Pleiadians, we have the Andromedans, we have other star races that are there together, combined to help us in this ascension process. And if you think that you've gone through a lot of transformation in the last few months or this whole year, it's about to get a lot more intense. It's about to get better. It's about to get lighter. And on 12/12, actually from 12/12 onward, it's not only that day. 12/12, that is the 12th of December, when we have that full moon in the sky in Gemini. And Gemini is also transformation and change. The Gemini energy is quick, it's rapid. Geminis never stand still. My astrology has the moon in Gemini as well. So I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling everything. So the main message that came through is that that day, 12/12, is going to be a huge ascension portal that is opening for us. Okay, and I'm getting chills because the Pleiadians are here. They're giving me downloads. They're giving me light codes already. As you can see, the sun is behind me right here. Let's get a little ray of sunshine for you. You see right there, the sun came out. There it is. There it is. You see, light codes coming in already. So the Pleiadians were transmitting to me that on that day, the veil, right, that which keeps us from understanding, hearing, seeing, feeling the other side, feeling our light body, feeling our soul, being able to communicate with those beings of light that are there, our spirit guides, our angels, that dense 3D, I would say that blockage that's up there, it's going to get really thin. It's going to open right up. And specifically the Pleiadians are going to be really blasting us with light codes. They are going to be there and they're going to communicate with us. They're going to help us lift that veil of forgetting, of not understanding, of this nebulosity that we feel, this aloneness that we feel, this disconnection that we feel here in 3D, this kind of walking around thinking, oh my gosh, I know there's so much more, but why are they not talking to me? Why don't I understand what's going on? Why am I here suffering? Why am I stuck in this body? all of that, and I think you know what I'm talking about, all of that is going to be lifted a little bit, more and more and more. And on the 12th, I'm just seeing in my mind right now the Pleiadians with their light ships blasting this thick veil of forgetting, this thick 3D, like this kind of glutinous mass that we're walking in every day. They're going to blast it with energy, and it's going to lighten up. And you, specifically you who are watching, you will be able to get a clear connection. You are going to be able to remember who you are. You are going to be able to open up and feel your soul, right? That's what we want to do. That's what Ascension is about, is getting a connection to our soul consciousness, feeling who we are at soul level, understanding that we're that we are all amazing, multidimensional, galactic beings of light, remembering where we came from. And that's going to happen really strongly. It's going to be a huge blast of energy, a huge portal of awakening on the 12th of December. Okay, so get ready for it. So you might ask, okay, so what should I do? Just be open, be ready. And if you have been stuck in a certain place, if you've been wanting to, let's say, move forward in your spiritual awakening, in your job, if you want to travel, like everything that has to do with transformation, change, opening up, making your life better, not only spiritually, but physically, that day is going to give you a huge opportunity to do so. Okay, so on the 12th, depending where you're at, go out, do your walking meditation, weave your magic a little bit, all right? Go out and do some magic. Do some meditation, do some channeling, do some transmission work. And if you say, oh, but I don't do any of that, that's okay too. If you're planning, for example, to move to a different country, to move house, to end a relationship, to start a relationship, anything that in your heart you feel you need to do that will make your life better and easier and lighter, that day is the day to do it. Or to really plan it, or to move forward with it, or to really make that commitment to do that. Okay, because we're all at different places in our ascension process. Every single one of you in your heart of hearts knows what you need to do to heal, to move forward, to get out of the situation you're in. You know, we are all divine beings, and our soul knows what we need to move forward. Our soul knows what can make us happy. Our soul knows this. And on that day, 12/12, it's going to be like, whew, you can really get this insight and illumination, this aha moment. And it's going to be on all levels. It's going to be spiritually, it's going to be psychically, it's going to be your soul. It's going to translate down to 3D. So it's going to be a huge portal that not only brings about an opening of your consciousness, an understanding of your soul's purpose, and understanding how to heal yourself. It's actually really going to move through your soul, your mind, your body, through all your etheric bodies, through all your energy fields. It's going to be a portal of transformation. And that's what the Pleiadians are all about. And the Pleiadians are speaking through me right now, right? The Pleiadians are telling me all of this. The Pleiadian Forces of Light, and specifically my Star Commander and my Council of 12. She's there. And I'm going to tell you now point number 2. So there's only actually 2 things you need to know to make it simple. First of all, that incredible portal of transformation where you can truly make a change in your life, where you can truly make that breakthrough. Okay, that was the first point that I just talked about. Now the second thing that came through when I was sitting in the coffee shop and the tears started running down my face is I got this huge opening feeling, and the word, I actually wrote down a word on a napkin there, and the word is homecoming. The word is homecoming. Okay, a lot of you in the comments on my YouTube channel, when you write me, you feel isolated, alone. A lot of you say, I know I'm a multidimensional being, this life is so hard. It's so difficult. I just want to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. Can't I go home? And you know what? The ascension process, especially on that 12-12 day, that moving up into the 5th dimension is going to be your homecoming. And I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that. You dropped out of a higher dimension down into 3D, into this big Earth experiment, right? You did that. All the starseeds dropped down from a higher dimension, from a higher density. I think most of us have gone through ascension processes in different places in different times. And you came here down to 3D, you agreed to this dense living, to these dense incarnations, to help Mother Earth and to experience life here. And that's why you may feel so isolated and you say, I want to go home, because 3D is really hard. 3D is not like home. 3D isolates us. We don't remember who we are. We don't know. We are born and we forget and we feel so isolated and alone. And I'm going to tell you something. The ascension process, we know, is the process of the collective and Mother Gaia moving from 3D to 5D. Or we could also say bringing down the light codes, bringing down the higher densities to us, no matter how you see it. That's what it is. And you know what 5D is? 5D is basically our soul's home. 5D is heaven. 5D is an experience of unity, of oneness, of connection, of knowing, of remembering. So when we move up in the ascension process on this earth, we are going to have the homecoming, because we are going to truly have and live heaven on earth. That's how I see it, right? I mean, what is heaven? I'm going to make a whole video on that. Heaven is our soul's home. It's where we feel connected. It's where we feel good, where we know who we are, where we remember everything. And the ascension process is the process of us moving physically in our incarnation from 3D to 5D. So we're basically going to move into heaven. We're going to be home. So what the Pleiadians transmitted to me was this incredible feeling of homecoming. So those of you who say, I want to go home to my planet, I want to go home to wherever I was, I want to go home to heaven, you're going to have this here on earth. We're going to have a homecoming here on earth. And it's starting 12/12. For me, it's already started. I've been feeling more connected and more happy and more at home in the past few months. And a lot of you have also experienced this. And those of you who are still feeling so disconnected and alone, and maybe with so many problems in 3D, that's going to get better. You're going to be able to connect. You're gonna feel connected. You're going to be able to have that feeling of, now I'm home. Now I am raising up my vibration so high. I'm truly moving into that 5th density where all that aloneness and all these problems of 3D will fade away, and you will be coming home. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what the Pleiadians told me. And I've been feeling so connected to my Pleiadian origins. I've been feeling so connected to my Pleiadian guides. And in the end, 5D is the place where we are connected to our whole soul heritage. We're going to remember, we're going to know. Our angels and guides will be so close. We will see each other in a different way, and we will have that sense of homecoming. So you don't need to, fly away to your original planet or fly out of this incarnation. I know that a lot of you, I'm going to say praying mantis, I read all your messages. I know you're watching this video, and I know you're feeling very, very lost and very sad. Believe me, I read all of your messages, all of you, beautiful tribe. So I know that you've been feeling so lost and you just want to exit this life, but it's worth waiting. It really is worth waiting, because the ascension process is the homecoming. It is the homecoming. And I mean, I want to remind you, you chose this incarnational cycle on Earth. You chose to come to Mother Gaia. It was your choice. You weren't forced. None of us are forced to incarnate. None of us are forced. None of us starseeds. Nobody is forced. We are a soul, and we look, we search for, we want that human experience. We always choose. We have free will and choice. Only, of course, here when we're suffering, when we're in 3D, when we're in this density, we forget. But once we move on in the ascension process, we start to remember, and we start to remember why we chose to be here. We start to remember our mission and our purpose, and we start to be more connected. So the homecoming is going to happen. Okay? And I mean, if you're here watching this, I feel that on this YouTube channel, you and me and all of us, we already have that sense of homecoming. We're a starseed community. A lot of you are earth angels too. Starseed, earth angels, we're all multidimensional beings. And at soul level, we are all one. We all came from the same source, right? Our soul was created from the same source. And this sense of homecoming and unity, and not feeling alone anymore, that's going to happen. That specifically, that feeling of homecoming is going to come through, and the Pleiadian forces of light are going to accelerate that. They're going to bring down those light codes of a cosmic homecoming and coming together. That's going to happen. So you see, this portal 1212 with this full moon in Gemini, it is such an amazing opportunity for us all to like really open up, to transform, to move to that next level. And yes, it is happening automatically. It is going to happen automatically, but if you as a conscious soul are open to it and work with it, it works a lot better. You know that we have to do our part. We can't just sit down and just wait. Okay, we're going to ascend. Yes, we're ascending. Yes, pick me up and let me fly up, my little angels. Let me grow wings, right? I mean, if we participate and do our best and open up and go with the energies and ask the energies actually to come in, if you on 1212 do your meditation, say Pleiadian forces of light, yes, bring your light rays, your energy rays down, work on me, work on my life, work with me, bring about synchronicities, open up my third eye. Like all of this, you can be active. You should see me walking around all day. I'm walking around and always going, yes, angels, come down. Where can I go? Like, I am so active in this ascension process. I'm talking to those up there all day long. Right? Even if I don't receive an answer right away, the answer comes in forms of synchronicities and things that just work in perfect harmony. Downloads that I get, feelings that I get. So look forward to this time. Okay? Raise your vibration as high as you can. Open yourself up to these energies. And we are truly moving into a new age, into a new paradigm. And 2020 is not going to be like any other time you have experienced before. I promise you, it's going to be so beautiful, so wonderful. I've seen so many amazing visions, and I'm feeling this. I've been feeling it. So look forward to 2020. And open yourself up, and you'll catch an even bigger glimpse of how it's going to be starting 12/12 with that portal. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. So on 12/12, I'm going to do a light code transmission. Okay, on 12/12, I'm going to either go live or do a video, because I'm going to be traveling on 12/12, which is brilliant. I love traveling. I'm going to be doing my transformation. I'm going to be catching trains and planes, and I'll be on the move, and I truly love that. For me, traveling is like, really gives me a lot of energy. I love it. So that day, I'm going to do a light code transmission for you. I'm brewing on it a little bit. The Pleiadians are going to help me. But until then, get ready for 12/12. Open yourself up. Do your practice. Make your little plans. What are you going to do on 12/12? What's going to change in your life? What are you physically going to do? How are you going to take action? on that day to catapult you forward into 5D. What are you going to do? Think about it. Make your plans, okay? And be open. Be open. It's going to be amazing. All right. So thank you so much. Love you, beautiful seekers. And I will see you in 2 days right here on YouTube. Keep tuned for that, okay? Cosmic Empress. Bye-bye.